women's odds up here. I know one of our colleagues, Travis, has to go to a meeting, so we got these odds up there for people to see.
Hmm.
But I like these. This is more fun. Mercy
Yeah.
Chilenga, heavy favorite, minus 200. Then McCabe plus 100. Whitney Orton plus 150. And then there's a big drop off. Nichols, Forbes, and Rowe are all plus 400. Camille, O'Neill, Vestry, and Camelli are all plus 500. Caitlin Tui is a plus 750. So you got to put Tui and Nico Young in the odds because you know you're going to just get those kids who
Yeah.
want to go in on there. And I think I spelled Tui's name wrong. I called her Touchy. I think there's a typo in the.
Yeah.
I apologize about that.
Touhy.
And then the field is plus 1,000.
Okay. So if you're saying there's a clear top tier, again, I'll chase value in that top tier, and I would go Orton at plus 150, which will continue my
Yeah,
streak of picking Whitney Orton to win NCAA title for about the last 3 years, I think.
and I think that's why I put Whitney Orton at plus 150 because it's going to get people like you to like, all right, I'm going for it. When really they should be putting their money on Chilenga. They all go for the Orton because they think they're getting the reach for that extra $50, and then in the end, you just
Yeah.
lose the same amount of money. So,
Risking less, though. I'm risking less. You've been on the Mercy Chelangat. You built the Mercy Chelangat bandwagon a couple years ago with a hammer and nails and just excellent foresight. So I don't expect you to hop off now. Back to back, Gordon. Is that what you're picking?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think she has the experience. McCabe is a good challenger, but she's only a sophomore. She's kind of been running out of her
Yeah.
mind. I think she hasn't raced Chilengat, right? So she's beaten everyone here except for Orton and Chilengat. They're the three undefeated. So
Yeah.
you have a reason to say McCabe over a Forbes, over a Nichols, over a Rowe, over Camille, et cetera, et cetera. But you just don't
Hmm.
have it for an excuse to say her over Chilengat. So I think Chilengat wins. I think McCabe probably finishes third. She's probably in it and then, finishes in the top three. So I think
How do
those
we feel
three
about
women could all
Forbes?
finish in the top three.
Forbes
Four
has only
is
lost once this
anybody.
year.
I mean, I think fourth place could be anyone who I have ranked fourth through 25th. Like, I think
Yeah.
anyone could finish in the fourth place position.
I'm wondering about Grace Forbes. She's only lost once, and it was to Taryn O'Neill. I wonder. This is what I think about too. Because the course is so fast, I'm assuming everybody's gonna get after it early on, but what if someone does slip away early on? We get, for example, like a Kip 2 from last year, although that was more predictable. Let's go back to you. Peter Sufer, remember? Vatek
Yeah.
ran out there and led for a little bit. Women's side, we've seen that before. Usually because it's shorter distance, they close it down quicker, but I wonder if someone's just gonna really, really go for it because the weather is going to be good for them because they're from a warmer weather spot, and the course is not intimidating them at all because it's so fast. And we're gonna get somebody who just guns it and goes wire to wire. And I'm trying to think of the racing style of these women and the men that you listed. Who would be the most likely to do that? I guess on the men's side, it would be someone like Kyoko to just drop a crazy top, or Wesley Wesley Kiptoo, but he's more of a known commodity. Someone who's just gonna like put out some sick like first couple K splits.
Let me look at Chilenga at SEC. So Chilenga at SEC won by 9 seconds over Joyce Camelli.
Mhm.
Camelli has, she's won the NCAA indoor 5K, I believe, right? Yeah, she won five, and then she was runner up in the steeple
Mhm.
outdoor.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Camelli. Maybe Camelli pushes Chilenga, but I
Mhm.
don't. I think a lot of these women are on teams. I think they're not gonna. They're gonna be not. They're gonna be thinking finish top five, finish top five, finish top five, right? Like
Yeah.
I think Orton. is not thinking about winning. I think she's thinking about finishing top 5. I think Nichols
I
isn't
just
thinking
think it
about winning. I think she's thinking about finishing top 5. Same thing with Taylor Rowe, Camille, O'Neal, Vestry. Like, so I would argue Camille, Joyce Camille, and she only got on a team, but she's good enough to win. So she's finished thinking about winning. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to
I
push
just
it. It's
think
only a 6K. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
I think they're gonna push it. I think the men maybe not because the longer distance and they were doing 8Ks early in the year. Maybe there's a little more respect for it. I think the women are gonna go out there, and I don't think they're gonna be intimidated by the course at all. I mean, look at the last couple championships. Oklahoma State, Dave Smith gave that press conference ahead of the meet and basically is like, "This is the hardest course you'll ever run on. This is like hell on earth. This is so intimidating." Not that they didn't know how hard the course was initially, but it just goes to show you how hard it was. Year before that, what we're in Terre Haute, right? Terrible weather, no incentive to really go out that hard, and that course can be tricky. And then the year before that, it's Madison when it's snowing, and that course has a couple hills on it. I just think they're standing at the starting line and they're thinking, "This is perfect conditions for me. I have nothing that's making me hold it back." And you're right, maybe that's gonna be advantageous for someone who's not on a team because they're just gonna take a flyer on it, or their team isn't in the podium hunt, and they'll just go for it from the gun. But Orton is someone who naturally likes to push anyway. It's their last race. I just don't. It's not going to be like Stillwater where you see people literally falling down like it's the zombie apocalypse in the last kilometer. Like people are gonna be able to hold it together because the course just isn't that hard.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I just think it's going to be the opposite. I think the women, I don't think anyone's going to push it. I think the women through 3K, through 3.5, through 4K, there'll still be 25 people in the front pack through 4K. And then in that final 2K is when it'll start separating to 10 to 5 to 1. Men's side, I
Mhm.
think Kyoko, Kiptoo, Mance, they're
Mhm.
going to go. And it's going to be balls to the wall. I
I
think
I
I
think
think
Wild Shot's gonna
Kiptoo
be up there too at
and
home
Wild Shot,
course. I think
yeah.
Wild Shot will be up there.
And I think Tier is going to be like trying to be like, all right, sit and kick, sit and kick. And then there's going to be a point when Tier's like, dang, man, like this 10K stuff, eh? I'm more of a 5K miler, man. But like, I'm sure Tier is going to be thinking, just try to conserve, 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 and then save it for the end. And maybe Tier kind of,
Yeah,
Tier's going
it's
to be
hard.
praying that they don't go out hard. Because if they don't go out hard, Tier's winning it. But I
Yeah,
think
I agree.
Kip2 and Kyoko are going to make it hard. So therefore, Tier won't win. So,
It's a cross country race, so it's hard.
yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
downhill the entire way. It could be flat. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be hard. 6K or 10K. It's gonna be difficult. All I'm saying is there's less of an I when you're at the starting line. There's less of an idea of, man, I got to battle my competition and the elements and the course, and more of a focus on just you're just beating the people next to you, and less of a, hey, this is going to be tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over that hill, or I don't know if my legs are going to warm up, or how deep is that mud going to be at the 1K mark. All those things have gone out the window, and it's just a pure as close to track as we can get. You've been saying it all year. It's track meet. It's track meet. It's track meet. Well, what does track meet create? A controlled environment. And when the weather is good, there's even fewer variables that you have to think about, and people are going to take chances in that setup.